guys, it's Tekla here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to touch on the topic of one-sided friendships. I've been in a few of those and I just want to share the signs that I've seen, that I've personally experienced, how you can kind of deal with the situation, and what to do to avoid those type of friendships next time. So when it comes to one-sided friendships, is the worst thing that they are really the worst. If you find yourself in a situation where you are in a friendship that you mostly put in the effort, you are the one doing the most, you don't get the same energy back from your friend or friends, and you just seem to not get that same energy back, then you are in a one-sided friendship. And the fact that you're even considering that you're in one, the fact that you're here watching this video, that might be a sign that you are really in a one-sided friendship, and you maybe just don't know the signs for that type of friendship. So I'm going to touch on a few signs. If you're the one that really puts in the most effort and you don't get the same energy back, it's the little things that matters. For example, when it comes to things like birthdays, when it comes to things like making plans, when it comes to even just hanging out. If you are the one that normally do everything, if you're the one that really that sends them the messages first, and if you don't hit them up, they don't hit you up. If you don't check on them, they just don't care. They don't care enough to check on you. And it's those type of friendships that sometimes they come to you and they vent to you and they talk and you listen to them, you share your support. But then when it's your turn, they're either not there, or they don't take you seriously, or they just give you this attitude that, ugh, you're annoying me, can you get over your story already? And it's like, that's the type of energy that you're not receiving the same you're not receiving the same energy back, and it's just, it's messed up. So really do look out for those red flags that you are in one, because sometimes you do the most, you don't really realize it. I feel like during the 2020 pandemic, when the whole corona began, and it lasted for a very long time, I would like to think that a lot of people really started to notice what kind of friendships they were in. And over time, you start to see the change in your friendship, and you're like, what is happening? So my recommendation is that if you feel like something is off when it comes to your friendship, this is someone you love dearly, and you're just like, something is off, like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not receiving the same energy back. Sit with your friend and talk to them. Really just express how you feel, and just tell them like, yo, I haven't really been feeling you lately, this and this and this. Or just really speak to them genuinely from the heart and tell them your concerns, how the situation has been making you feel, what they've been doing. Because sometimes people do stuff without even realizing it, so speak to them, raise your concerns, and if they don't change, then they just don't respect you. Because if you genuinely love someone and they come to you and they tell you like, yo, this is disturbing me, like this is something that is not making me happy, ABC, it means that they love you enough to want to make things work by coming to you to talk to you so you can change your behavior. And if you don't do that, it just means they don't care. Because if you really care about someone, you will make changes. So do raise your concerns, but if the behavior continues, sweetheart, know your worth, just leave them alone. Because sometimes many people don't realize they don't realize how much, like, the impact that you have in their lives until you are not there anymore. They don't realize how you're right for them until you're not there anymore. There's a statement that I heard that said, people don't realize how much you're right for them until you park. And it takes you to step back and just say like, nah, I don't deserve to be treated like this, and I've been patient enough to tell you about it, and you still didn't change your behavior. It simply means you don't respect me. And that is okay to know your worth to that extent, where you say, I just will not take this treatment from you, and you are giving it to me, so I will not be here to receive it. I'm out. Rather be lonely than to just be around people that just don't give the same energy as you. You even get it when it comes to support. You are that person that they go to person when they have a problem. They're like, the first thing that they do is call you, but then you can't even get any help from them when it's your turn. And that is just messed up. And if it continues to happen, just really leave them alone. Which comes to my next point. To really avoid those type of one-sided friendships, start all the friendships with respect as a base, because there is no friendship or relationship that works without respect. And a lot of people, because they haven't really like had that respect for you, they end up just treating you anyhow, knowing that no, you love me, you're not gonna leave. That happens in friendships as well, yeah. And people take advantage of that, and they just treat you anyhow without really realizing that no, that is not right. So set respect as a base and set boundaries. This is the most important thing ever. Boundaries. Really be strict about about the rules that come with you. Have a mini list that you say, nah, this is what I come with. This is what I require from you. This is the kind of treatment that I require from you and from everybody else. And if I don't get that from you, like, I'm just not gonna be around. Not saying that they owe you anything. I'm just saying it's certain things like, no, me being treated badly is something I will not entertain. And if you do that, or if anyone do that for that matter, I just will not be there to take the disrespect. And you're gonna have to respect this and this and this. Everybody can have their own rules. That is a personal choice, but do have some sort of standard that you can set to say, nah, this is me. And you're gonna have to deal with that. And if you don't want to, you're more than welcome to shut the door on your way out of my life. You have to be that bold to really, go with your boundaries and stick to them and not change them for anybody. Because what happens is when you don't have boundaries, this is when people step on you. This is when people just don't even mind stepping on your head, because they know that you don't have any standards. You're not going nowhere. You love them so much, and even though they've disrespected you multiple times, you still let it go. You teach people how to treat you. So if you have set certain standards and they're not really working with those, just leave them alone. Step back for a bit. It gets lonely. It's not as easy as it sounds. Step back for a bit and sometimes just observe to see that, are you going to be getting the same energy if it's the other way around? And just leave. If you see that they keep on doing that, they don't respect you, leave. Because what you want is a friendship that is based on respect, that is also based on reciprocation. Someone that you know that, okay, I have your back and I know that you have mine. Those are the type of friendships that you want. And the other thing that I feel is also something that we take part in hurting ourselves is the fact that we don't categorize people in the right category of our lives. There are people that are just there for a season, then there are people that are there for a lifetime. And oftentimes we tend to misplace those people in the wrong category. And now you're taking someone who's seasonal and you're putting them in the lifetime friendship category. And when they don't behave like a lifetime friend, now you're hurt because you're like, no, but I've been behaving like a very good lifetime friend. They've not. And that's okay. Nobody's obligated to being the best friend or the good friend of yours. It's those people that are willing to really be a good friend to you as you are a good friend to them that are worth keeping. And some people, you just need to know that you have to really put them in the right category when it comes to your life. Some people, you think you're friends because you go to school every single day with them and you see them every single day. You are forced to be in the same environment for years and you think, that's my friend. But then you eventually realize that that was never really my friend. And you see the red flags throughout maybe the years and you just ignore them. You're like, I love them, But sometimes they just don't see you the way you see them. You see them as a very good friend and they just see you as a classmate, workmate. Some people are just there for a season and that's okay. So to avoid disappointment, stop putting people in the wrong category and just really let people earn your friendship. Let someone earn it to be in the lifetime friendship list of yours. Don't just put everybody and consider everybody your friend. Not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's your friend. And you need to learn that, and you need to just glue it to your head. Because you will get your feelings hurt. Because most of the times we look at people the same way that they're not looking at us. So that's why it's so important to take a step back sometimes and really just observe. And really just take your mind back to all those red flags that you're ignoring and see. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to cut people off. Let's say it's a schoolmate or workmate, and you have really been taking them as a genuine friend, but they've just been taking you as a classmate, a workmate, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to cut the person off, because oftentimes you are the one that placed them in the wrong category of your life, without knowing, of course. But sometimes you don't even need to cut them off. You just need to take a step back and distance yourself from them and take them right back to number 0. Take them back to just a classmate. If you see that they're not really valuing your friendship, take them out of it. You have this power to really select your friends like beans. Really select who you think is worth being in your life. And if you don't think they're worth being in your life, sweetheart, just deny the access. That's the most nicest thing. That's the most beautiful thing about us as human beings. We have the power to really take people in and out of our lives. And it is okay to take some of them out, to remove that privilege from them of having you as a good friend. Because not everybody has a heart like yours, and you can really be a good friend to someone. It doesn't mean that they're obligated to being a good friend to you. But those that choose to be a good friend to you, sweetheart, those are the ones for keeps. And if they don't, that's okay. No hard feelings. In this life, not everybody's your friend. Just take the access away from them. Make them miss having you as a good friend. Because if you know you're a good friend and you know what you bring to the friendship, and they don't appreciate it, just leave. If it takes you cutting them off completely, if it's that bad, do you, sis. If you just want to really distance yourself from them, that's okay too. You know how you can deal with the situation. Because some people, you genuinely cannot avoid them. You are there, they are in your face maybe half of the day, every single day. So you choose how you want to deal with the situations, but do not ignore the red flags. Do not just let people treat you anyhow. Set your boundaries, know your worth. And if people don't appreciate what you bring to the table, just leave. Go and make another table, or go on another table. There's so many people that are willing to appreciate your friendship. And if the ones that are in your life are not doing that, they're lost. So that's it from me. And thank you so much for watching. I was just randomly speaking from my heart because I've been in a couple of those. I just wanted to share my thoughts. But thank you so much for watching. Do consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. And take care. Thank you.